Welcome to Gray is Gorgeous. Today we're going to be putting on some more makeup, so let's get started. All right, so I have my eyebrows on already, my NYX in taupe, and I have my concealer on, which is the Covergirl It's Lit in Fair. And I am just finished setting it with my contour palette, light color here, and setting it and toning down my brows a bit. And you know, I really like using concealer as a eyeshadow foundation because for many reasons. I think it color corrects and it covers imperfections and it evens out your skin tone and covers things, and I just love to do it that way. The only eyeshadow primer I have ever used was the Wet n Wild, and I didn't like it. It was very sticky, very tacky. It held the eyeshadow on extremely well, but it was kind of clear, and I just didn't feel like I had the right canvas to apply my eyeshadow. But using concealer really helps me to feel like I have the canvas down and it's good and it's ready, and it's even skin tone and everything, and that's why I do it. And I know there are some primers that have color in it, but they tend to have a darker color, and that doesn't really work with my skin tone. They may have some that have lighter ones. I haven't checked into it, but as far as drugstore is concerned, I just don't find anything there that I think will work. So that's why I continue to do this. And I love the Covergirl It's Lit concealer because it not only goes on in a nice thin layer that doesn't settle into your fine lines and wrinkles, but it seems like it tightens your skin and it brightens. So it does three things at once, and I am very, very happy with it. And I think it's a fantastic product, and I hope they have it in the store because I got that one at Big Lots, and so I don't know if CoverGirl's getting rid of those, but a lot of times the companies, and I said this before, will repackage their product and rename it. So we'll see. Hopefully I can find it again. All right, so we have our shadow base on and we are ready to apply eyeshadow today. And we're going to go in with a dark look, a dark brown look, which I tried out the other day and I absolutely loved it. So I wanted to share it with you. And as we are in frugal times right now, I am going to be using the Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette. And we're going to go in with this lovely dark brown shade right here. And it has some shimmer, and then we're going to use this shade here as our highlighter, which is matte. All right, and I'm going in with the e.l.f. crease brush. I believe this is like $4. It's a very good brush. All right, so we're going to go in there and I'm going to tap this off. And so for this one, this look, I'm going in on the 7 here with this dark color. And you definitely want to tap your brush. See how dark that is? So this will definitely be a hide the hooded lid situation quite rapidly. One bonus to making videos and posting every day is the fact that I feel like I'm getting better at it. Or feeling more comfortable, if you will, with it, which has been good. We're just going to work that in. And this is quite a dark look, as you can see. But I tried this out and I went, you know what? I really like this. And the shimmer isn't that shimmering. Let me come closer. See, it's not that shimmery at all. And we can tone that down with my little de-shimmering trick. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with that cream right there. And I'm going to place that just, oh, I should have tapped. See, if you don't tap, you get too much product. And it's powdery. And I'm so glad not swirl tapping and buffing my foundation with the brush has really prevented like that layer of dust that would lay all over my desk here, all over my computer. I used to have to clean it up all the time. It used to get all over my mirror. And not swirl tapping and buffing and using the puff to apply my powder has been good. So, because I used to just get this really thick layer of makeup like all over my stuff in every little nook and cranny. I don't know if you experienced that, and it's just, I didn't like that part of it. And using the puff, I'm able to not have all of that mess, which is lovely. All right, so that's it. This is the look here. And, oh, I guess I found my makeup towels, so I'm going to go get those. Back. Okay, so I found my towelettes. All right, I had to look through my stuff and go, where? I know these are Dollar Tree towelettes, and I love them. So now see how we've exceeded that line. I don't like that. In fact, wait, before we do that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend all of this a little bit more. Just this is a Morphe blending brush. You can use any brush that has that type of a head on it. Will work just fine. A lot of times we have things already in our collections that we don't need to go rebuy. All right, so now I'm going to take the towelette. We're going to, oh, that works beautifully. Look at that. Look at that. See the difference between this side and this side? See how it just lifts me up and this kind of pulls my eye down? So much better. Oh yeah, the towelette works good. The lotion and the Kleenex works good, but the towelette is better, much better. Now, I think I went a little too far in on that, so I'm just gonna do an add back. You know, all of these little things that we do, like the tapping motions and the cleaning up, we take these things for granted because we do them all the time. Like you might have some tips and tricks that you do, but we don't necessarily think about them because we do them on a regular basis, so we're not actually consciously thinking about it. But a lot of the little nuances that happen when you're applying makeup are important when you're doing YouTube videos to share with the viewers, you know, like, oh yes, I double tap my brush and that takes off the excess so I don't have to go back and clean up. Or yes, I use makeup wipes to clean up the edge so I don't have to. All of these little tips are important when you're applying makeup. And especially if you're showing someone how to apply makeup. But like I said, a lot of times we don't even think about our action because we're just regular, we put on makeup every day and we don't think about that might be something that our viewers would like to see. All right, so there we go. The dark look, but it's very, very pretty. All right, so I'm going to go in with the ColorMates in dark brown, and this I got at Big Lots as well. I do like this liner. It's creamy, but it seems to stay in place, at least on the top lashes. I can't say much for the below, but you might want to go waterproof on the lower line. And something that I noticed too, now that my eyes are drooping, is to not take my pencil all the way to the edge of my eye, but start somewhere like around there. Instead of starting here, start here and go in. because of sagginess there. I normally don't go all the way, but today I'm going to go in a little further, at least to the edge of my lash line. Then I'm going to go back in with a Q-tip and smear it a little bit so it looks a little more natural. Not natural, but blended. So that. Okay, better. Yeah, and not take it all the way to the end. Trying to soften that edge a little bit so it doesn't look like the makeup just stops there. Maybe Q-tip will help that. All right, good. I love this palette. I do. It's 5 mattes and 5 shimmers, so it's the perfect balance. I wish all palettes were like that. All right, so good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in for our face. We're going to go into the Wet n Wild pressed powder in Warm Light. This one here. And I'm going to use my Puff. And I'm using this as foundation today. I'll do one side so you can see what kind of coverage you get with just powder. And I think the applicator, the Puff, has a lot to do with how this works. It smooths your skin out. It fills in your large pore and smooths your skin out, which is remarkable. All right, so on this half I have the powder and on this half I don't. Do you see how it just kind of blends your skin tone a little bit, gives you more an even look, but yet it's not makeup-y and covery, and it's not really settling into my lines. It may a little bit later on in the day, but it gives you kind of a flawless look versus that side. So if you want like a very natural look, and this is inexpensive, I believe this product is like $4 or $5. They don't have a huge color range though, but you can mix them. And this is a very simple look that I discovered when I ran out of my Bare Minerals one day. I ran out of my Bare Minerals and I went, oh no, what am I going to do? And I grabbed this and started putting it on. I went, oh, that works. Oh, all right. Buff it into my large pores. There. And it kind of evens out your skin tone. And then, what you could do, option for moisture, for those of you who don't like that feeling of dry, I just grab my spring water spray and I give it some moisture. Add back, do another add back on that with moisture. And there you go. Instant foundation. Okay. Looks good. All right, so we're gonna let that dry, the water dry, or you can use makeup setting spray if you'd like as well. That should work as well, although some of those may have quite a bit of alcohol in them, so they might be even more drying, so might want to consider that. And then I don't know what another product would do on top of the powder. It might make the powder disperse a little bit or change the consistency of how it lays on your skin. And just to, let's see, just to explain that when you use something like this, you want to use a lotion underneath that's compatible. The one I'm using is the Oil of Olay original. And it seems pretty compatible with this and wears fine and doesn't change the consistency of how the product sits or lays on my skin. All right, so there we go. It feels all dry to me. All right, now we're going to go in with blush. Let's see, what blush are we going to do today? Let me select one and I shall return. Okay, we're going in with the Covergirl Cheekers in Natural Shimmer. And I'm going to go use a e.l.f. You know what I've noticed about the e.l.f. brushes is you could take a piece of Kleenex and clean them off, and all of the product, almost all of the product seems to come off from before. So I can reuse this brush over and over again. So this is the highlighting brush. I love it because it has that domed top, which makes it wonderful to swirl into this product, since this product isn't very large surface wise, and so some brushes may not fit on there. And then we're going to apply this to the high part of the cheek area to keep everything lifted and going upward so we don't draw ourselves down here. And I think I'm going to bronze today too. It's so funny because earlier on my channel I never used bronzer, and then somebody asked me a question in my comment section. This is a long time ago when I first got started, and she said, do you need bronzer? And I said, no, you don't need to wear bronzer. And it's true, you don't. But, you know, then I started watching videos, and of course, they're introducing all these products to you. And so, of course, then you start trying, yeah, bronzer's okay. You could wear bronzer with gray hair. Just try to find one that doesn't have a lot of gold in it, more of a neutral. That's why I like this contouring palette. And don't be afraid to use contouring palettes as well, because these have no shimmer in them. And this one is very, very neutral, as you can see. And so it's not going to give you that, that orangey look. I don't really want to go into Oompa Loompa land with my bronzer, so it's important to me to find one that works well with my skin tone. So I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics brush, give it a good tap, and I'm just going to go, this is kind of a big brush, so it's going to drop a lot, but I'm just going to go in my circular motion, and you can do whatever works for you here. Some like to chisel out. In here I don't. I already have natural chisel there, so I don't really want to do that, but I kind of want to work on the neck and chin line area and make sure that I chisel out my chin a little bit. And bronzer is great even if you don't wear any makeup at all and you just want to put bronzer on and a nice nude lipstick. That I find also works with women in our age group. So just a little bronzer and some lipstick, and you're good to go. Nice warm, just warms my face up just a bit. I'm really loving this. For $5, it's a winner. All right, so I'm going to go in with my Covergirl Exhibitionist because it is getting better with age. And it is giving me falsies, and I love that. I love that about it. Really makes me look like I have false eyelashes, where the Bambi eye does not do that. This really gives me wow how lashes, which I love. Love it. All right, pretty simple look. I'm headed out to the bank today to get quarters because we have a coin up laundry here where I live. I always like to stock up on quarters so that I don't have to run out or raid my husband's piggy bank. All right, we'll see how it is in the bank today. All right, I'm going with, let's do lips today, even though I'll probably take this off, and that's because I'm going to have to be wearing a mask out in public. So Now, if you like the color that I'm about to show you, I'm going to show you an alternative since they don't sell this color anymore. And this is the Ulta pencil, lip pencil, and I think this is mauve. This is the automatic lip liner in shimmering mauve. You could wear this by itself as well. You could just put this on. I don't know, they probably have new colors now. Anything that says mauve. I know they released all new colors in their line, so this one's an oldie but goodie. And you can wear this, see, just as lipstick. You can put it all over your lips and put a little EOS lip balm or something on it if you want to. But I'm going to go back in with my lip crayon in Festival, which is discontinued. But a color that you could get is the Wet n Wild lipstick, the black one, which is the matte, and it's called Skinny Dipping. And that one is a really pretty nude color. And that one will work for you. And I can put that down in the description box below. I still love this color. I don't know what I'm going to do when it's gone, but I've got quite a bit left. So, and I love the way this retracts too. It retracts fully back into the casing when you get to it at some point, and I love that so that when it's in your purse, if the lid comes off, it's not going to get all over the place. That's a definite bonus there. All right, so that is the look for today. I'm not doing anything on the lowers. That brown is so, so pretty. I just love that brown color. Oh, it's gorgeous. It looks so good and works very well with, because it's not a goldy brown. It actually seems like it has some pink in it, actually. Yeah, it definitely has a different tone in it. Then it's not just like a regular brown. See that? So it's really pretty. It almost borderlines copper. All right, so that's our look today. Thank you so much for watching as always. Click subscribe if you'd like to get more videos, and click like if you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching as always. I hope everybody's doing okay out there still, and we're hanging in there. All right, so be well, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.